soon.
Out of here!
I'm not betting that.
Out of my sight! I said out of my sight! Oh, God. My God, help me, please. Betty. Betty, little one, will you wake? Will you open your eyes, please? Betty, please.
Uncle? Susanna Walcott's here from Dr. Griggs.
Oh, the doctor. Let her come, let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
What does the doctor say, child?
Dr. Griggs bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he cannot discover no medicine for it in his books.
Then he must search on.
Aye, sir. He has been reading his books since he left you, sir. But he bid me tell you to look to unnatural things.
No, there'll be no unnatural causes. Tell him I have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and he will surely confirm that. Let him look to medicine and put out all thought of unnatural causes. There'll be none.
Aye, sir. He bid me tell you.
Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir. I pray for her. Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. The parlor's packed with people, sir. I'll sit with her.
And what shall I say to them? That I discovered my niece and my daughter dancing like heathen in the forest?
Uncle, we did dance. Let you tell them I confessed it. But they're speaking of witchcraft and Betty's not witched.
Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you have not opened up with me. What did you do with her in that forest?
Uncle, we did dance. And when you leaped in on us so suddenly, Betty got frightened and fainted, and that is all.
Child, sit you down. If you traffic in your spirits, I must know it. For surely my enemies will, and they'll ruin me with it.
We never conjured spirits.
Then why could you not wake yourself since midnight, Abigail? Do you understand that I have enemies? There is a faction that is sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand that?
And so, sir.
Now then, in the very midst of such disruption, my very own household is discovered to be the center of some obscene practices.
They were only sport, Uncle.
I saw Tintubo waving her hands over the fire when I came on you. Why was she doing that? And I heard screeching and gibberish coming from her mouth.
She sings her Barbados songs and we dance.
I cannot blink what I saw, Abigail, for surely my enemies will not blink it. And I thought I saw someone naked running through the trees.
You must mistake yourself, Uncle. No one was naked.
Abigail, I saw it. Now tell me true, for my ministry is at stake. My ministry and perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abomination you have done, give it to me all now, for I dare not be taken unaware when I go down there before them.
There's nothing more, I swear it, Uncle.
Child, sit. Is there any other reason than you have told me for Goody Proctor discharging you? It has told me that you are now 7 months out of their house, and in all this time no other family has called you for your services.
They want slaves, not such as I. Let them send to Barbados for that.
Goody Putnam.
It is a marvel. It surely a stroke of hell upon you.
No, it is...
How high did she fly?
No,
How
she
high?
never flew.
Why, it's sure that she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn. She came down light as a bird, he says.
Oh, look, you Goody Putnam. She never did any of that.
It is a providence. The thing is out now. It is a providence.
What's out, sir? What's...
Why, her eyes is closed. Look, you, Anne.
That's strange. Ours is open.
Your little Ruth is sick?
I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is far heavier than sick. It's death, you know.
It's death driving into them.
Why?
Forth and home.
Why, pray not. Why, how does your child ail?
She ails as she must.
She never wakes this morning, but her eyes open and she walks. And she hears not, and sees not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely.
They say you sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
A precaution only. He has much knowledge in the demonic arts, and I just
He
wanted
has indeed, and found a witch in Beverly last year, and let you remember that.
I pray you, leap not to witchcraft. I know you least of all, Thomas, whenever which such disastrous charge laid upon ye. We cannot leap to witchcraft. They will howl me out of Salem for such corruption in my house.
Now, look you, sir. I've taken your part in all contention here, and I will continue, but I cannot go back in this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
But Thomas...
And tell Mr. Paris.
Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized in the earth. And believe me, sir, you would never see more hardy babies born. And yet each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. And now this year, my Ruth
Don't you understand it, sir? There is a murdering witch among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make of it what you will. You cannot blink it more.
Then you were conjuring up spirits in that forest.
Not I, sir, not I. Tituba and Ruth.
Oh, now I'm undone.
You are not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge and declare yourself. You have discovered witchcraft.
Oh, in my house, Thomas. In my house, they will topple me with this. They will make it up. They will.
Your pardon. I only thought to see how Betty is.
Aren't you home? Who's with Ruth?
Her grandma come. She's improved a little, I think. She gave a powerful sneeze before.
Ah, there's a sign of life.
Will you leave me now, Thomas? I shall pray a while alone.
But Uncle, you've prayed since midnight.
No, I will wait for Mr. Hale to arrive.
Now look you, sir, let you strike out against the devil, and the village will bless you for it. Speak with them. Pray with them. They're thirsting for your word.
I have no stomach for disputation. I will lead them in a silence, but speak nothing yet of witchcraft. Had enough contention since I came, I want no more.
Mercy, you go home to Ruth, do you hear?
I am.
How is Ruth sick?
It's weirdish. I know not. She seems to walk like a dead one since last night.
Now look you, if they be questioning us, tell them we danced. I told him as much already.
And what more?
He saw you naked.
Oh, Jesus.
What do we do? The whole village is out.
What do we do?
I just come from the farm and the whole country's talking witchcraft. They'll be calling us witches, Abby.
They'll be calling us witches, Abby. She means to tell, I know it.
Abby, we've got to tell. Witchery's a hanging error. A hanging like they done in Boston 2 years ago. We must tell the truth, Abby. You only be whipped for dancing. And the other things.
Betty. Now, Betty, dear, wake up. It's me, Abigail.
Oh, beat you, Betty!
You see me, prove it. I talked to your papa, and I told him everything, so there's nothing.
I want my mom.
What ails you, Betty? Your mama's dead and buried.
Fly to mama, let me fly! You drink blood, Abby! You drink blood!
You
Never! Speak! To kill John Proctor's wife! You drank a charm to kill Biddy Proctor!
I say shut it! Now shut it! Now look you! All of you. We danced in Tituba, conjured Ruth Putnam's dead sisters. And that is all. And mark this. Let either of you breathe a word, or so much as the edge of a word about the other things, and I will come to you in the black of some terrible night, and bring with me a pointy reckoning that will shudder you. And you know I can do it. I saw the Indians smash my dear parents' heads on the pillow next to mine. And I have seen some reddish work done at night. And I can make you wish you had never seen the sun go down. Now you, sit up and stop this!
But Scudder, Abby, she's going to die.
I said shut it, Mary Warren!
Oh, I'm just going home. Mr. Proctor.
Be you foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid you leave my house, did I not? Why am I looking for you more often than my calves?
I only come to see the great doings in the world.
Get you home. My wife's waiting with your work.
I'd best be off. I have my room to watch. Good morning, Mr. Proctor.
She's only gone silly somehow. She'll come out of it.
So she flies, huh? Where are her wings?
John, you're sure not believing she flies?
The road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. The town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, posh. We were dancing in the woods last night. My uncle leaped in on us. She took fright is all.
Dancing in the woods? You'll be clapped in the stocks before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. A soft word.
No, Abby. I've not come for that. I've come to see what mischief your uncle's brewing. You'll put it out of mind, Abby.
John, I am waiting for you every night.
I say you'll put it out of mind. I'll not be coming for you anymore.
You're surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutched my back behind your house and sweated like a stallion whenever I come near. I saw your face when your wife put me out. You loved me then, and you love me now.
Abby, that is a wild thing to say.
A wild thing, they say wild things. I've seen you nights, John. I've seen you.
I have hardly stepped off my farm this 7 months.
I have a sense for heat, John, and yours has drawn me to my window. Do you tell tell me you've never looked up at my window?
Perhaps I have, but
I know you, John, I know you. For I cannot sleep for dreaming, and I cannot dream when I wake and find myself walking around the house as though I find you coming through some door.
child,
How do you call me child?
Abby. Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hand before it reach for you again. We never touched, Abby. We never touched.
Aye, but you did.
But we did not.
Oh, how I marvel! Such a strong man, and not such a sickly
You'll
woman.
speak nothing of Elizabeth.
She is blackening my name in the village. She's telling lies about me. She is a cold, sniveling woman, and you bend to her. Let her
Do you
drink.
look for women?
I look for the John Proctor that put knowledge in my heart. You love me, John Proctor! And whatever sin it is, you love me yet. John, pity me. Pity me, John.
What happened? What are you doing to her? Betty!
She's suddenly up
Betty!
screaming. The song, she has feared to hear the Lord's name.
No, God forbid,
A
no!
notorious sign of witchcraft afoot, a prodigious sign.
My mother told me that, but they cannot bear to hear the name.
Rebecca, come to her. We're lost. She suddenly cannot bear to hear the Lord's name. There's a heart sickness, Giles Corey, so please to keep it quiet.
I've not said a word. No one here can testify I've said a word. Is she going to fly again? I hear she
Giles.
fly.
And be quiet now.
What have you done? Pray, calm yourselves. I have 11 children, and I am 26 times a grandma, and I have seen them all through their silly seasons. And when it come on them, they will run the devil bow-legged, keeping up with their mischief. I think she'll wake when she tires of it.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My group is bewildered, Rebecca. She cannot eat.
Perhaps she is not hungry yet. Mr. Paris, I hope you are not decided to go in search of loose spirits. I've heard promise of that outside.
A wide opinion is running in the parish that the devil may be among us, and I will satisfy them that they are wrong. Then let you come out and call them wrong. Are you our minister or Mr. Hale? Did you even consult with the wardens of the church before you called this minister here to look for devils? He's not coming to look for devils. Oh, then what's he coming for?
There be children dying in the village, Mr. Proctor.
I see none dying.
Pray, John, be calm. Mr. Paris, I think you'd best send Reverend Hale back as soon as he come. I think we ought rely on Dr. Briggs now and good prayer.
The doctor is baffled, Rebecca.
If so he is, then let us go to God for the cause of it. There is prodigious danger in the seeking of loose spirits. I fear it. I fear it. Let us rather blame ourselves.
How may we blame ourselves? I am one of 9 sons the Putnam Cedars peopled this province, and I have but 1 child left of 8. And now she shrivels.
I cannot fathom that.
When Reverend Hale comes, we will proceed to look for signs of witchcraft.
You cannot command Mr. Paris. We vote by name in this society, not by acreage.
I've never heard you so worried on this society, Mr. Proctor. I don't think I've seen you at Sabbath evenings since Snowford.
I have problem enough. I come 5 miles to hear him preach nothing but hellfire and bloody damnation. There are many who stray away from the church these days because Reverend Paris hardly ever mentioned God anymore. I am your 3rd preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to be put out like the cat once the majority feels the wind. You people seem not to comprehend that the minister is the Lord's man in the parish. A minister is not to be so lightly crossed or contradicted.
Aye.
There's either obedience or the church burns like hell is burning. Can you speak 1 minute without we land in hell again? I am sick of hell. It is not for you to say what is good for you to hear. I may speak my heart, I think. But what are we, Quakers? We're not Quakers here yet, Mr. Proctor, and you can tell that to your followers. To my followers? There's a faction in this church. I am not blind. There's a faction in a party against you.
Against him and all authority.
Why, then I must find it and join it.
He does not mean that.
Oh, I mean it solemnly, Rebecca. I like not the smell of this authority. I have crop to sow and lumber to drag home. What say you, Giles? He says there is a party. Let's find that party.
I've changed my opinion of this man. Mr. Paris, I beg your pardon. I never thought you had so much iron in you.
Why, thank you, Giles.
It suggests to the mind what the trouble be between us all these years. Think on it. Wherefore everybody is suing everybody else. I have been in court 6 times this year.
is it the devil's fault that a man cannot say you good morning without you clapping for defamation? You're old, Giles. You're not hearing as well as you did.
John Proctor, I have only last month collected £4 damages for you publicly saying I burned the roof off your house.
Now, I say no such thing, but I paid you for it. So I hope I can call you deaf without charge. Come, Giles, help me take my lumber home.
I'll be damned first.
Pray you, someone take these.
Oh, Mr. Hale, so good to see you again.
My, they're heavy.
They must be. They're weighted with authority.
Well, you two come prepared.
We shall need hard study if it comes down to tracking the old boy. You cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It's strange how I knew you, but I suppose you look as such a good soul should. We have all heard of your great charities at Beverly.
Do you know this man, sir? This is Thomas Putnam and his good wife, Anne.
Why, Mr. Putnam, I had not expected such distinguished company, sir.
It doesn't seem to help us today, Mr. Hill. We look to you to come to our house and save our child.
Your child ails too?
Her soul seems flown away. She sleeps and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat. Do you men also have afflicted children?
No, these are farmers. John Proctor.
We don't believe in witches.
Now, I never spoke on witches one way or another. Come, Giles, help me take my lumber home.
No, John, I think not. I have a few queer questions of my own to ask this fellow.
Mr. Hale, I've heard you be a sensible man. Please leave some of it in Salem. Sir, will you look at my daughter, please? We discovered her on the high road, waving her arms as though she'd fly.
Tries to fly?
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name. That is a sure sign of witchcraft afloat.
No. Now let me instruct you. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are definite as stone, and we will look only for his proper signs and judge nothing beforehand.
It is agreed then, sir. It is agreed. We will abide by your judgment.
Good then. Now, sir, what were your first signs of this strangeness?
Well, I discovered her and my niece Abigail and 10 or 12 other girls dancing in the forest.
You permit dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Paris' slave has knowledge of conjuring, sir.
We cannot be so sure of that, Goody Anne.
I know it, sir. I sent my child to Tituba.
Goody Anne, you sent a child to conjure up the dead?
Let God blame me, not you. Not you, Rebecca. I will not have you judging me anymore. Mr. Hale, is it a natural work to lose 7 babies before they live to see a day?
Woman, 7 dead? In childbirth?
What book is that?
What is there, sir?
Why, here's all the invisible world. Caught, defined, and calculated. Have no fear now. If the devil has truly come among us, I mean to crush him utterly. If he has shown his face.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
I cannot tell. If the devil is truly in her, we will have to rip and tear to break her free.
I think I will go then. I am too old for this.
Why, Rebecca? We may open up all the boil of our troubles today.
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
Oh, I hope you do not mean to go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Mr. Hale, I've always wanted to ask a learned man, what signifies the reading of strange books?
What books?
I cannot tell. She hides them. My wife, Mark. I have often waked at night to find her in a corner reading of a strange book. Now what do you make of that?
Why, that's not
It
necessarily...
discomforts me. Last night, Marcus, I tried, and I could not say my prayers. And then she closed her book and walks out of the house, and suddenly I could pray again.
Ah, the stoppage of prayer. That is strange.
I'm not saying she's touched the devil now, but I would admire to know what books she reads and why she hides them. She'll not answer me, you see.
Aye, we'll discuss it. Now mark me. If the devil is truly in her, you will all witness some wonders in this room. So please, to keep your wits about you. Mr. Putnam, stand close in case she flies. Now, Betty, dear, can you sit up? Betty, can you hear me? I am John Hale, minister of Beverly. Does someone afflict you, child? It need not be a woman, mind you a man. Is it a bird? Is there some figure bids you fly? In nomine Domini Sabaoth, sui filique ite ad infernus. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing in the woods?
Why, common dancing we're all, sir.
Abigail, it may be your cousin has died. Did you call the devil last night?
I didn't call the devil. Tituba did.
What? She called the devil.
I should like to speak with Tituba.
Kuya, will you please bring her up?
How did she call him?
I know not, sir. She spoke Barbados.
When she called him, did you feel any strangeness? A cold wind, perhaps, a trembling below the ground?
I didn't call the devil. Betty, wake up.
You cannot evade me, Abigail. Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I didn't sell myself. I'm a good girl. She made me do it. She made Betty do it. Abby, she come to me to go and drink blood.
Blood?
My baby's blood?
No, chicken blood. I give she chicken blood.
Woman, have you enlisted these children for the devil?
I don't truck with no devil.
Why can she not wake? Are you silencing this child?
No, I love me, Betty.
You have sent your spirit out upon this child, have you not? Are you gathering souls for the devil?
She sent her spirit on me in church. She made me laugh at prayer.
She often laughed at prayer.
She comes to me to conjure spirits.
No, Abby, you begged me conjure. She begged me make charm.
I'll tell you something. She comes to me in my sleep. Abby, she's always making me dream corruptions. I hear her laughing and singing her Barbados songs and tempting me.
Tituba, I want you to wake this child. When did you compact with the devil?
I don't compact with no devil.
Tituba, you will confess yourself. I will take you out there and I will whip you to your death.
This woman must be hanged. She must be taken and hanged.
No, don't hang Tituba.
Open yourself. Open yourself and let God's light shine on you.
Oh, bless the Lord.
Now, when the devil comes, does he ever come with someone from this village? Someone you know?
Who came with him?
Sarah Good. Did you see Sarah Good? Or Osborne?
Tituba, you must have no fear to tell us who they are. Do you understand me? We will protect you. Now, how many were there? 2, 3, 4. How many?
It were four. It were four.
Who? Who are their names? Their names.
Oh, how many times he bid me kill you, Mr.
What's
Paris?
kill me?
He say, Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris, no good man. Mr. Paris is mean man, no gentleman. But I say, no, I do not hate that man. I do not wish to kill that man. And he bid me rise out of my bed and cut your throat. But he said, you work for me, Tituba, and I make you free, and I give you pretty dress to wear, and put you high in the air, and you go fly back to Barbados. But I say, you lie, devil, you lie. And then, one stormy night, he come to me, and he said, look, I have white people belong to me. And now look, and then we're goody good.
Sarah Good?
Aye, sir, and Goody Osborne.
I knew it! I begged you, Thomas, did I not? I begged you not to call Osborne because I feared her. My baby's always withered in her arms.
Tituba, take courage and tell us the rest of their names. God will bless you for your help.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced with the devil. I saw him. I wrote his book. But I go back to God. I kiss his hand. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Goody Simmer with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil. George Jacobs with the devil. I saw Goody Howe with the devil.
Marshal, I'll call the marshal.
I saw Martha Bellows with the devil. I saw Mr. Martin with the devil. I saw Goody Pike with the devil. I saw Goody Howe. I saw Alice Barrow with the devil. I saw Bishop with the devil. What keeps you so late? It's almost dark.
We're planning far out to the forest edge.
So you're done then?
Aye, the farm is seated. The boys asleep.
It will be soon.
Right now for a fair summer.
Aye.
Are you well today?
I am.
It is a rabbit.
Oh, it is. Oh, cider?
Aye.
I think you're sad again. Are you?
It's just come so late. I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
Why? I have no business in Salem.
You did speak of going earlier this week.
Thought better of it since.
Mary Warren's there today.
Why'd you let her go? You heard I forbid her go to Salem anymore.
I couldn't stop her. I forbid her go when she raises up her chin like the daughter of a prince and says to me, I must go to Salem, Goody Proctor, for I'm an official of the court.
Court? What court?
It's a proper court they have now. They've sent 4 judges out of Boston. At the head sits the deputy governor.
She's mad.
I would to God she were. She says there'd be 14 people in the jail now, and they'd have power to hang them too, she says.
They never hang.
The deputy governor promised hanging if they'll not confess. The town's gone wild, I think. The way of Mary, how she speaks of Abigail, as though she were a saint. How she brings the other girls into the room, and where she walks the proud part like the sea. And they're brought before her, and if she scream and howl and fall to the floor, then they're locked in jail for bewitching her.
Elizabeth, it is a black mischief.
I think you must go to Salem, John. You must tell them it is fraud.
Ah, it is, surely.
Let you go to Ezekiel Cheever. He knows you well. Let you tell him what she said to you in her uncle's house. That it had not to do with witchcraft, she said. Did she not?
Aye, she did.
God forbid you keep that from the court, John.
It is a wonder that they do believe her.
I think you must go to Salem. Let you go tonight.
I'll think on it.
You cannot keep it, John.
I know I cannot keep it. I say I will think on it.
Good then. Think on it.
Elizabeth, I'm only wondering how I may prove what she told me. If the girl's a saint now, I don't think it's easy to prove she's fraud. And the town's gone so silly. She told me in a room alone. I have no proof for it.
You were alone with her?
For a moment, alone, aye.
And it is not as you told me.
For a moment, I say. The others came in soon after.
Good then. Do as you will.
Woman, I'll not have this suspicion anymore.
Then let you not earn it.
Do you doubt me yet?
John, if it were not Abigail that you must go to hurt, would you falter now? I think not.
You will not judge me more, Elizabeth. I have good reason to think before I charge fraud on Abigail that I shall think on it. Let you look to your own improvement before you judge your husband any more.
John, I never thought you but a good man, only somewhat bewildered.
Elizabeth, your justice would freeze beer. How do you go to Salem when I forbid it? Do you mock me? I'll whip you if you dare leave this house again.
I am sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray, hurt me not. My insides are all shuddery. I am in the proceedings all day, sir.
And what of these proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house, as you are paid £9 a year to do? And my wife not wholly well?
I made a gift for you today, good Proctor. I had to sit long hours in a chair, and I passed the time with sewing.
Why, thank you. It's a fair profit.
We must all love each other now, good Proctor.
Aye, indeed we must.
I'll get up early in the morning to clean the house. I must sleep.
Mary, is it true there be 14 women arrested?
No, sir.
There'd be 39 now. She's weeping.
What ails you, child? Goody Osborne will hang.
Hang, you said?
Aye.
And the deputy governor will permit
He
it?
sentenced her. He must. But not Sarah Good. For Sarah Good confessed, you see.
Confess to what?
That she sometimes made a compact with Lucifer and wrote her name in his black book with her blood, and bound herself to torment all Christians till God's thrown down, and we all must worship hell forevermore.
But surely you know what a jabberer she is. Did you tell them that?
Mr. Proctor, in open court she nearly choked us all to death.
How did she choke you?
She sent her spirit.
Mary, surely you
She
must
tried
not
to
mean
kill me
that.
many times, Goody Proctor.
I never heard you mention that before.
I never knew it before. I never knew anything before. When she come into the court, I say to myself, I must not accuse this woman. For Then she sit there, denying and denying. And I feel a misty coldness climbing up my back. The skin on my skull begin to creep, and I cannot breathe air. And then I hear a voice, a screaming voice. And it were my voice. And all at once, I remembered everything she'd done to me.
Why? What had she done to you?
So many times, Mr. Proctor. She come to this very door begging for bread and a cup of cider, and mark this. Whenever I turned her way empty, she mumbled.
Mumbled? She may mumble hungry.
But what does she mumble, Goody Proctor? You must remember, last month, on Monday, I think, she walked away, and I thought my guts would burst for 2 days after. Do you remember it?
I do.
Aye, and so I told that to Judge Hawthorne, and he asked her, "Goody, goody," says he, "what curse do you mumble that the squirrel must fall sick after turning you away?" And then she replies, "Why, Your Excellency, no curse at all. I only say my commandments. I hope I may say my commandments," says she.
And that's enough right answer.
Aye, but then Judge Hawthorne says, "Recite first your commandments." And of all 10, she cannot say a single one.
And so they condemned her for
But they
it?
must, and she condemned herself.
But there's no proof.
I told you the proof. It's hard proof. Hard as a rock, the judges said.
You will not go to that court anymore, Mary Warren.
I must tell you, sir, I will be gone every day now. I'm amazed you do not see what weighty work we do.
What work you do? It is strange work for Christian girls to hang old women.
Mr. Proctor, they will not hang if they confess. Sir Good will only sit in jail some time. Here's a wonder for you. Think on this. Goody Good is pregnant.
Pregnant? Are they mad the woman's near to sit, Steve?
They had Dr. Griggs examined her, and she's full to the brim. Smoking a pipe all these years, and no husband either. She's safe now, thank God. They'll not hurt the child. These are not a marvel. You must see it, sir. It's God's work we do. So, I'll be gone every day now for some time. The devil's loose in Salem, Mr. Proctor. We must discover where he's
I
hiding.
will beat the devil out of you!
I saved her life today!
Are you accused?
You are somewhat mentioned, but I said I never saw no sign that you sent your spirit out to hurt no one. And seeing that I lived so closely with you, they dismissed it.
Who accused me?
I am bound by law. I cannot tell it.
Go to bed. Go to bed!
Good night.
Oh, the noose is
There
up,
will be
John.
no news.
She wants me dead. I've known it all week.
They dismissed it. You heard what
And
she...
what of tomorrow? She'll call me out until they take me.
Sit you down, Elizabeth. We must be wise now.
D.
Look, Elizabeth, I'll go to Ezekiel Cheever. I'll tell him that Abigail said we're all sport.
John, so many in the jail. More than that is needed now, I think. Do me with this. Go to Abigail.
Abigail? What have I to say to Abigail?
You have a faulty understanding of young women. There be a promise made in any bed.
What promise?
Spoken or silent, a promise is surely made. She may dote on it now. I'm sure she does. She thinks, kill me and take my place. It is her hope, and sure of it. There be 1,000 names. Why does she call out mine? I am no Sarah Good who sleeps in ditches, nor Osborne drunken half-witted. There be a certain danger in calling out such a name, John.
She cannot think it.
Have you ever shown her somewhat of contempt? She cannot pass you in the church, but you will blush.
You may blush for my sin.
Can't she see another meaning in that blush?
What see you? What see you, Elizabeth?
I think you blush, for I am there, and she's so close.
When will you know me, woman? If I were stone, I would have cracked for shame this 7th month.
Then go to her, and call her a whore, and whatever promise you ever made to her, John, break it. Break it.
Good! I'll go. I'll go. Good evening. Why, Mr. Hale. Good evening, sir. Please, come in, sir.
I hope I don't startle you.
No, only I heard no horse.
You are Goodwife Proctor.
Aye, that's Elizabeth.
I hope you're not off to bed yet.
No, sir. It's just We're not used to visitors after dark. But you're welcome here. Will you sit, sir?
I will. Let you sit, Goodwife Proctor and Proctor. I will not keep you long, but I have some business with you.
The business of the court?
No. I come of my own, without the court's authority. I know not if you are aware, but your wife's name is mentioned in the courts.
We are aware of it, sir. Our Mary Warren told us. We are entirely amazed.
I'm a stranger here, as you know, and in my ignorance, I find it hard to draw up a clear opinion upon those that come accused before the court. And so this afternoon, and now tonight, I go from house to house. I come now from Rebecca Nurse's house.
Someone is charged?
Sir, you cannot believe
It is a strange time, mister. No man can longer doubt that the powers of the dark are gathered in monstrous attack upon this village. There's too much evidence to deny it. You will agree, sir.
I have no knowledge in that line, but it's hard to think that so pious a woman may secretly be a devil's bitch after 70 years of such good prayer.
Aye, the devil is a wily one. But she is far from accused, and I know she will not be. I thought, sir, to put some quick questions as to the Christian character of this house,
Fine.
if you'll permit me.
We have no fear of questions, sir.
Good then. Now, in the book that Mr. Paris keeps, I note that you are rarely in church on Sabbath day.
No, sir, you are mistaken.
Only 26 times in 17 months, sir. I must call that rare.
You see, sir, my wife was sick this past winter.
So I am told. But why could you not come alone?
Well, surely I did come when I could, and when I could not, I prayed in this house.
This house is not a church, Mr. Proctor, and a Christian on Sabbath day must be in church. Tell me, you have 3 children.
Aye, boys.
How come it that only 2 were baptized?
I like it not that Mr. Paris should lay his hand upon my baby. I see no light of God in that man, and I'll not deny it.
I must say, Mr. Proctor, that is not for you to decide. The man is ordained, therefore the light of God is in him.
I think maybe we have been too hard on Mr. Paris. We have. But surely we never loved the devil here.
Do you know your commandments, Elizabeth?
I surely do. There be no more flame upon my life, Mr. Hale. I'm a Christian woman.
And you, mister?
Why, I'm sure I do, sir.
I'll let you repeat them if you will.
The commandments?
Aye.
Thou shalt not kill.
Aye.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, nor make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. Thou shalt have no other gods before him. Thou shalt remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt honor thy father and mother. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
You have said that twice, sir.
Aye.
Adultery, John.
Aye. You see, sir, between the two of us, we do know them all.
Theology, sir, is a fortress. No crack in a fortress may be accounted small.
There be no love for Satan in this house, sir.
I pray it. I pray it dearly. I'll bid you both good night.
Good night, sir.
Mr. Hale, I do think you suspect me somewhat. Do you not?
Goody Proctor, I do not judge you. My duty is to add what I may to the godly wisdom of this court. I bid you both good health and good fortune. Good night.
I think you must tell him, John.
What's that?
Will you tell him?
I have no witness, and I cannot prove it. But the children's sickness had not to do with witchcraft. Mr. Paris discovered them sporting in the woods. They were startled and took sick.
Who told you this?
Abigail Williams.
Abigail?
Aye. She told me the day you came, sir.
Why did you keep this from me?
I had not known until tonight that the world has gone so daft with all this nonsense.
Nonsense? I have myself examined Tituba, Sarah and numerous others who have confessed to dealing with the devil. They have confessed it.
And why not if they must hang for denying it? There are them that will confess to anything before they'll hang. Surely you have thought of that.
I have. I have indeed. And you, sir, would you testify to this in court?
I had not reckoned with going to the court, but if I must, I will.
You falter there.
Now, I falter nothing, but I may wonder if my story will be credited in such a court with a steady-minded minister such as yourself, who will suspicion a woman who has never lied. She cannot lie. The world knows she cannot. I may falter somewhat, mister. I'm no fool.
Proctor, let you open with me now, for I've heard something that troubles me. It is said that you hold no belief that there even be witches in this world. Is that true, sir?
I have no knowledge of it, but the Bible speaks of witches, and I will not deny it.
And you, woman?
I cannot believe it.
You cannot?
I cannot think the devil may own a woman's soul when she may do only good work in this world. I am a good woman, Mr. Hill. I know it. So if you think that I may do only good work in this world, yet be secretly bound to Satan, I must say, there are none.
Surely you don't fly against the gospel.
You do not mean to doubt the gospel, sir. You cannot think that. This be a Christian home, sir.
God keep you both. And go quickly to church on Sabbath day, and keep a quiet, solemn way among you. I think that
John.
you should...
Giles, what's the
They
matter?
take my wife and Rebecca Nurse.
Rebecca's in the jail?
John, Cheever come and take her in his wagon. We've only now come from the jail, and they'll not even let us in to see them.
The town's surely gone wild now, Mr. Hale.
Reverend Hale, can you not speak to the deputy governor? I'm sure he mistakes these people.
Pray, calm yourself, Mr. Nurse.
My wife is the very brick and mortar of the church. And Martha Corey, there cannot be a woman closer to God than Martha Corey.
What complaints were made on your wife, Mr. Nurse?
For murder she is charged. For the marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's babies. Oh, what am I to do, Mr. Hale?
Believe me, sir, if Rebecca be tainted, then there's nothing left from stopping this whole green world from burning. Let you rest upon the justice of the court. She will be free, I know it.
You cannot mean she will be tried in court.
Mr. Hale, how may such a woman murder babies?
Remember, man, until an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven.
I never said my wife were a witch, Mr. Hale. I only said she were reading books.
Mr. Corey, exactly what complaints were made on your wife?
That bloody mongrel Walcott charged her. You see, he bought a pig of my wife 4 or 5 years ago, and the pig died soon after. So he goes to court, so he comes dancing for his money back, and claims that my wife Martha bewitched them with her books. Good evening.
Why, Mr. Cheever, good evening. I hope you not come on business of the court.
I do, Proctor. I'm clerk of the court now, you know. I have a warrant for your wife.
What say you? A warrant for my wife? Who charged her?
By Abigail Williams.
Abigail, and what proof?
Mr. Proctor, I have little time. The court bid me search your house, but I like not to search a house. So will you hand me any pockets your wife may keep here?
Poppets?
I never kept no pockets, not since I were a girl.
I spy a pocket, Goody Proctor.
Oh, Mrs. Mary's.
Will you please give it to me?
Has the court discovered a text in pockets now?
Do you keep any others in this house?
No, nor this one either until tonight.
Now, woman, will you please come with me?
No, she will not. Elizabeth, fetch Mary here.
Mr. Cheever, exactly what signifies a poppet?
Why, they say it may signify that she... Why, this...
Why? What's there?
It is a needle.
And what signifies this needle?
The girl, the Williams girl, Abigail Williams, sir. She sat to dinner in Reverend Paris's house tonight. Without word nor warning, she falls to the floor, like a struck beast, he says, and screamed a scream that a bull would weep to hear. And he goes to save her, and stuck 2 inches in the flesh of her belly. He draw a needle out. And when he asked her how she come to be so stabbed, she testified it were your wife's familiar spirit pushed it in.
She's done this to herself. You cannot be taking this for proof.
'Tis hard proof. I find here a poppet Goody Proctor keeps. I have found it, sir. And in the belly of the poppet, a needle stuck. I tell you true, Proctor, I never warranted this.
Mary, here, now. How did this poppet come into my home?
What poppet's that?
This
sir?
poppet, this one right here.
I think it is mine, sir.
It is your poppet, is it not?
It is, sir.
And how did it come into my home?
Why, I made it in the court and give it to Goody Proctor tonight.
There, sir, do you have it?
Mary, a needle has been found in that poppet.
I meant no harm by it, sir.
You stuck that needle in yourself.
I believe I did it.
What say you now?
Child, are you certain this be your natural memory? May it be even now that someone conjures you to say this?
Conjures me? No, sir. I am entirely myself. I think. Let you ask Susanna Walcott. She saw me sewing in the court. Ask Abby. Abby sat beside me when I made it.
What signifies a needle?
You charge a cold and cruel murder on Abigail.
Murder? I charge her.
A needle had been found in her belly.
And she charges me?
Aye.
Oh, that girl is murdered. She must be ripped out of this world.
You've heard that, sir? Ripped out of the world. You heard it.
Out of my house!
You ripped the deputy governor's boy.
Damn the deputy governor! Out of my house!
Proctor.
Damn you! You are a broken minister!
Proctor, if she is innocent...
If she is innocent, why do you never wonder if Paris be innocent or Abigail? Is the accuser always holy now? Were they born yesterday as clean as God's fingers? Oh, I'll tell you what's walking Salem. Vengeance is walking Salem. We are what we always were, but now the crazy little children are jangling the keys of the kingdom, and common vengeance writes the law. I will not give my right to vengeance.
I'll go with them, John.
You will not go.
Proctor.
John, I have 9 men outside, John. The law binds me. I cannot budge.
John, I think I must go with them. Harry, there's bread enough for the morning. Bake in the afternoon, and help Mr. Proctor as if you were his own daughter. You owe me that much, and more. And the children awake? Speak nothing of witchcraft.
I will bring you home, Elizabeth. I will bring you soon.
You'll bring me soon, John.
I will fall like an ocean on that port. Fear nothing, Elizabeth.
I fear nothing. Tell the children I have gone to visit someone sick.
Willard, don't chain her. Willard, I will not have her chained!
In God's name, John, I cannot help myself. I must chain them all.
Mr. Proctor. Charity, Proctor, charity. What I have heard in her favor, I will not fear to testify in court. But God help me, I cannot judge her innocent nor guilty.
Then you are a coward. Though you be ordained in God's own tears, you are a coward now.
Mr. Proctor, I cannot think God be so grandly provoked by such a petty cause. Think on cause, man, and help me to discover it. I shall pray God help us to open up our eyes.
John, tell me, are we lost?
Go home, Giles. We'll speak of it tomorrow.
Think on it. We'll come early.
Aye. Go now, Giles.
Good night then.
I never heard no murder done in Salem.
Mr. Proctor, very likely they'll let her come home once they're given the proper evidence.
You will tell it in the court, Mary Warren. You are coming with me to that court.
You cannot charge murder on Abigail.
You will go to that court and tell them how the poppet came into my home and who stuck the needle in.
She'll kill me for saying that. Abigail tried lecturing on you, Mr. Proctor.
She's told you?
I've known it, sir. She'll ruin you with it. I know she
Good!
will.
Then her saintliness is done with. We will slide together into our pit. You will tell the court what you know.
I cannot. They'll turn
My
on
wife will not die for me. I will bring your guts into your mouth, but her goodness will not die for me.
I cannot, Mr. Proctor. I cannot. I cannot.
Come to speak with you, Abigail.
How do you come?
Friend, will you sit?
I don't like the boys at night. Pray you stand closer. I am so alone in the world now, John.
Are you? I've heard people ride 100 miles to see your face these days.
My face. Can you see my face?
So you're troubled?
Have you come to mock me?
No, it's only that I hear you go to the tavern every night, and you play shuffleboard with the deputy governor, and they give you cider, Abby.
I have once or twice played the shuffleboard, but I find no joy in it.
Abby, I thought I would have found you happier than this. I'm told a troop of boys go step for step with you everywhere you walk these days.
Aye, they do. But I receive only lewd looks from the boys.
And you like that not?
I cannot bear lewd looks no more, John. My spirit's changed entirely. I ought to be given godly looks when I suffer for them as I do.
Abby, how do you suffer?
Why, look at my leg, John. I'm holes all over from their damn needles and pins. The job your wife gave me is still not healed yet, you know.
Oh, it isn't?
I think sometimes she breaks it open again while I sleep. John, the world's so full of hypocrites. I'm told they pray in jail. They all pray in jail.
They may not pray?
And torture me in my bed while sacred words are coming from their mouths? It will need God himself to cleanse this town properly.
Abby, do you mean to still call out others?
If I live, if I am not murdered, I surely will, until the last hypocrite is dead.
Then there is no one good.
Aye, there is one good. You are good.
Am I? How am I good?
Why, you taught me goodness. Therefore you are good. It were a fire you walked me through, and all my ignorance was burned away. It were a fire, John. We lay in fire. And from that night, no woman dare call me wicked anymore. But I knew my answer. For I used to bleed for my sins when the wind would lift up my skirt, and blush for shame because someone Rebecca called me loose. But God gave me strength to call them liars. And God made men to listen to me. And by God, I will wipe the world clean for the love of him. John, I will make you such a wife when the world is white again. You will be amazed to see me. A light in your house. Why are you so cold?
My wife goes to trial in the morning, Abigail.
Your wife?
Surely you knew of it.
I do remember it now. Is she well?
As well as she may be 36 days in that place.
You said you came friendly.
She will not be condemned, Abby.
You woke me from my bed to speak of her.
I brought you here to tell you of what I plan to do in the court tomorrow. I will not take you by surprise, but give you all good time to think on what to do to save yourself.
Save myself.
If you do not free my wife tomorrow, I am set and bound to ruin you, Abby.
Ruin me?
I have rocky proof and documents that you knew the Poppet were none of my wives, and that you bade Mary Warren stick that needle in.
I bade Mary Warren.
You know what you do. You are not so mad.
Oh, hypocrites. Have you won him too? John, why did you let them send you?
I warn you, Abby.
No, they send you. They steal your
I
honesty.
have found my honesty.
This is your wife pleading. Your sniveling, envious wife. This is Rebecca's voice. Martha Corey's voice. You are no hypocrite,
I will
John.
prove you for the fraud you are.
And if they ask why Abigail would do so murderous a deed, what will you tell them?
I will tell them why.
You will confess to fornication in the court?
If you will have it so, I will tell it. I say I will. Can you hear? Hear this. You will tell the court that you are blind to spirits. You cannot see them anymore. And if you ever cry witchery again, I will make you famous for the whore you are.
Never in this world! I know you, John. You this moment are singing the secret hallelujahs that your wife will hang.
You mad, you murderous bitch!
Oh, how the pretense falls. But it falls. It falls. You've done your duty by her. I hope you come with sweeter news for me. And I know you will, now that your duty's done by her. I pray it's your last hypocrisy. Good night, John. I'll save you tomorrow. I'll save you.